So you've been thinking about relocating to Idaho, but you really need someone to show you exactly what it looks like to live here. In this video, we are going to do just that. Let's get after it right now. Legacy is one of the most sought after master plan communities. We decided, instead of starting in the neighborhood, that we really want you to get a good idea of what your day and your commute would look like if you were living in Legacy. So we are at the corner of Chinden and Linder in the Fred Meyer parking lot. And for those of you who are not familiar with Fred Meyer, it's a grocery store, and it also has kind of like a little bit of Target mixed in there, I guess you would say.
It's a Kroger's. Kroger's owns Fred Meyer, so if you're familiar with Kroger's, it's the same thing.
So it's great because if you need groceries, you can also grab a pair of sweats or a hammer or whatever you need.
Or basketball.
Yeah, while you're at it. And then right across the street from here is Winco, which we love some Winco.
Winco's the best. Winco's got the best prices on everything. Yep. Produce is always like superb. We pick produce from Winco pretty much over anywhere else, minus like the co-op or like a Whole Foods. But Winco is where everybody shops. It's got the best prices, the best steaks, the best seafood. I mean, Winco's the spot.
Yeah. Big bins so that you can self-serve and get everything by weight. It's really great. We are also right next to the world famous Costco, you name it. So right now we are actually in the west part of like Eagle, northwest part of Meridian. So this is the direction that you would head if you were going to grocery shop. Now, one of my absolute most favorite drives is going from this Fred Meyer down to Legacy, and this is driving, what direction are we driving on, Linder? North on Linder. So there's equestrian properties off on both sides. There's a nature reserve. We're going to be off of the back end of one of the national parks. I mean, this is a very short stretch of road, but you can definitely, I don't know. I pray all the way down Linder and just thank God for his creation, because you can see the foothills. It's just absolutely beautiful. So we are going to hit a little bit of music and spend a couple seconds getting down Linder, and we'll meet you over in Legacy. And then I think we're going to show you one other little pocket community that is almost done being developed right across the street before the end of the video. So you're definitely going to want to watch this entire tour. It is not hard to see already why people love Legacy. You may or may not have heard me say in the past that it reminds me of Disneyland in the spring and summer. These planters right here that you can see on the side of the road are full of flowers. This HOA goes all out in the summer and springtime. There are beautiful water features, multiple pools, a golf course. It is a beautiful three-hole golf course, and there are also golf cart parades that happen here in the winter. At Christmas time, everyone decorates their golf carts with lights. The community is just very, very active, and this is an epic place to live here in the Treasure Valley, Idaho. There are multiple builders, so every kind of home under the sun that you can imagine. There is something for everyone. Everything from estate homes on bodies of water where you can take your paddle boards out, to patio homes, or you may know it as a townhome, you name it, single family living, RV, no RV, bay, 2-car garage, 3-car garage, all different styles of houses. We've got farm style houses, you name it. We're actually here today checking on a new build for one of our clients that we've been working with, and
we broke ground last week, which is super exciting.
Very exciting. fine. It's been a long journey for them, and they just absolutely fell in love with Legacy. There is landscaping on both sides of the street. We've got sidewalks.
It's just a really beautiful subdivision. I mean, you're going to find so many different styles of home. You're not going to really have a same home. There's a lot of the HOA with the CC&Rs. They're dictating what you can and can't do, and the builders have to abide by that. And so there's certain bylaws basically saying that every house has to be a little bit different. So you might have the same floor plan, but a different elevation is what they call them. The outside of the house is going to look drastically different. You know, in the subdivision, the majority of it's built out. Pretty much all of it is resale. There's one last phase still with new construction. So if you are looking for a new construction home in Legacy, we actually just shot a video recently that we're going to link in here. Trisidio pretty much owns the last remaining lots in the area, and there's quite a few remaining. So you definitely have a chance to get a new construction home, but you kind of have to start making that decision now. You know, now's the time to act.
Yeah, and we have a great relationship with Trisidio. It's one of our favorite builders. Like Nate just said, we just shot a video with them. And something that I really love about Trisidio is you get a lot of the features with your home package that you would get if you were doing a custom build. So they really do some extra things that you may or may not even be familiar with or aware to ask.
So with Trisidio, one thing they do, they're semi-custom, right? So they already have the floor plans pretty much completed, right? Of course, you're able to extend things, and if you want a bigger dining room compared to the patio, you're able to make some of these adjustments, right? But with them being semi-custom, they've already done all of the hard part, the thinking for you guys, you know. Custom, right? You're pretty much coming up with the floor plan from scratch. You know, it's not unpopular to have a napkin, right? A little cocktail napkin where you're sketching out ideas. You don't do any of that, right? They've done all the hard part, you know. But the beauty of it is you get to pick really, really beautiful finishes with them in their design center. So that's a big difference. They've already done the hard part for you guys. So like we were talking about, we're over here for a few reasons, right? To get a beautiful video for everybody. We're also here to check on one of our new constructions. They just broke ground, so Rachel just jumped out of the car, took some pictures of the foundation, which is super exciting. I mean, this is such a big deal to break ground after all the hard work of planning and coming up with this design. I mean, you really start to see the fruits of your labor, right? All these ideas that you planned out for a year, 6 months, however long, you know, it's coming to reality.
Yeah, we're really excited for this couple and their relocation. And something that we really enjoy about Legacy and this builder specifically, Trisidio, is the relationship that we have with Trisidio and the high quality product that we know people are going to get. A lot of the builders are very similar to one another, but Trisidio does do some things with their homes that you really would see or like be able to get with a custom home build. So a custom home build is going to run you 20 to 30% more than a semi-custom. And we really love the semi-custom process with Trisidio because it's a lot more, if you want it, a lot more in depth, and you can really come out with a result very, very similar, if not almost identical to what you would get with a custom home build with Trisidio. And that's what our client is doing. So
and
it's
again,
pretty cool.
We just did a video with Jenny. We're going to link it. Please check it out. She's going to go into a lot more detail. You're going to get a really good understanding of what that process looks like.
Because this is the last phase, if you want new construction, Trisidio is your option. If you want resale here in Legacy, we need you to give us a call, shoot us a text, or write us an email so we can get you on our schedule and spend some time working on a meet and greet with you, because you are going to need to have a plan and be ready to pull the trigger, because when a home comes up for sale in Legacy, you need to be prepared so that you can make a strong offer right out the gate. Yeah, it just, homes go pretty quick in here.
It's a sought after. This area is beautiful. I know Rachel already said it kind of reminds her of Disneyland. That's true. You know, there's a great sense of community here. People take pride in ownership. You know, having a golf cart parade in a subdivision is pretty special, you know, and
pretty special, you know, and this community is full of a wide variety of people from all different backgrounds. And if you are looking for the type of environment where you can be really active and outdoors and really tied into a community of like-minded people with like-minded values, Legacy is, I would say, probably 90% at least people who relocated here from California, Washington, Oregon. We call them political refugees because that's what many of you are. You are seeking a safe place where you have your freedom, and that's what it's like here in Legacy, or I would just say overall in this pocket of the Treasure Valley. You are going to find that it is very safe, very clean, very patriotic. There's not a lot of American flags up right now because it's February. We're in the winter time and we just got out of some snow and rain. But in the summer, spring, and fall, the streets are just lined with people who have their American flags hung up. So this community,
it's great. Legacy's the spot. Seriously, we can't speak highly enough about Legacy. It's beautiful. There's multiple ponds. I know we already said this, but there's literally ponds in some of the areas where your backyard is up to it. Kids are out there on the paddle boards, just having a good time. Right? It's a great spot to raise a family. Kind of be in that country living, but still close to the amenities. You know, close to everything. I think the airport's like a half an hour away. I know when we started off the video, we were up at that Fred Meyer shopping center. They call it the Eagle Island Shopping Center. You know, it's about 15-ish minutes away. It's a country living close to the amenities, you know.
Yeah, all around here you're surrounded by farms. The way it's situated, you can see the foothills, and the skies are just huge, big, and beautiful. So the view, depending on where you're sitting, is absolutely beautiful. Right here where we're at, we're just 2 minutes away from Star, and Star has a beautiful new Albertsons. Albertsons, their headquarters is here in Idaho. So we have a couple of very fancy Albertsons and
bougie.
Star, very bougie, fresh popcorn, beautiful floral arrangements.
Pokey, believe it or not, amazing pokey.
So I know you would never think that you can get good sushi in Idaho because we're not near, we're landlocked, we're not near the beach, but our Albertsons is flying in fresh fish all the time. So the sushi here is actually really good. And I think Albertsons, our grocery store, crushes it when it comes to sushi. You're going to have to call us for our favorite spots.
Sure. Yeah. So Highway 16, right? That's the one that's going to take you over to Emmett. Emmett's 30-ish minutes away, kind of a smaller little city. But anyways, the freeway access, they're actually making a connector from Highway 16 to 84. It's going to be a big process. It's quite the jaunt. It's many miles to get from here over to 84. And so until that is fully constructed and finished, the freeway access, it takes time to get there. You know, it's probably 20 minutes ish to get from here to 84
at least, and that depends on the time of day and what day of week it is. And I know a lot of you are like, oh, we're already super used to all the traffic and we don't mind that it's going to take us 20 minutes to get to the freeway because you're used to that. But something I will say is, people, when you move to Idaho, you're looking to change your entire lifestyle, right? And you have a choice about what your day looks like. So if you really, really don't want to have to deal with a 20-minute commute to get to the freeway, then Legacy might not be for you. But if you work from home or maybe you're retired, Legacy is, people, all in all, I would say we don't relocate a lot of families from out of state to Legacy and then have them want to sell their house because of that.
This is kind of like the last spot, you know. Think about it. Forever home is kind of a big decision, right? It's really kind of for me, it's kind of a scary thing because we're used to, you know, I have a young family, so we probably have moved every 3 to 5 years, and that's just reality. But this is kind of that forever home. You're going to find a place that you fall in love with it. You're going to fall in love with many things, right? There's tons of walking paths that are beautiful just in the subdivision alone. All the ponds that you can get to, the 3-hole little golf course that you can jump on. This is kind of like the last stop, you know, and if that's what you're looking for, I mean, Legacy is definitely something you should be, you know, chomping at the bit to come look at.
So as far as access to medical care is concerned, there is a St. Al's emergency room about 10-ish minutes from here. So if there is an emergency and you call 911, you're pretty close to an emergency room. And then as far as getting to doctor's appointments or other hospitals go, if you're heading to Nampa, you're looking at about 25-ish minutes to their St. Al's out there. Or we've got a St. Luke's Hospital down Eagle Road, which is again about another 20-25 minutes. Or downtown Boise has a big St. Luke's and a children's hospital out that way, and you're looking at about another 25 minutes. But there are plenty of urgent cares just right around here. There are some places of worship that are really popular, just literally one is across the street from here. I mean, you name it, this is pretty tucked away, but also still has pretty decent access to things. So if you're looking for being able to get to, let's say, a clothing store pretty quickly, or like somewhere to run errands and buy new shoes, things like that, you're looking at heading more into Meridian, closer to the freeway. Again, another 20-25 minutes. But I would say, all in all, if the homes in this subdivision meet our clients' needs when they drive out here and they experience Legacy, especially in the spring and summer, this is typically the one that they end up hands down picking. I don't even know how many families we've helped relocate to Legacy, but it's been quite a few. So something really cool about Legacy is here in the Treasure Valley, there is a requirement for how much green space is left in a community. Legacy has left like double what the minimum is. And so while there are a lot of houses, there is even more green space. It is absolutely stunning what they've done. I know we've mentioned a lot about the flowers and the scenery and the fact that there's pools and tennis courts and
3-hole
playgrounds.
Golf course.
Yeah, but they've really left a lot of green space kind of behind all of the homes and just all around, so that you don't feel like you're just one home on top of another. They have far exceeded the minimum expectation for sure. And something else that you may not be aware of is that there is a plethora of price points all throughout Legacy. There are definitely starter homes or retirement homes all the way up to your luxury high-end living. So Legacy, we could just, I don't know, there's not enough things we can talk about it all day.
This is the one. I mean, Eagle, I mean, there really isn't a subdivision that compares.
No, not even close. It's very unique. We are going to take a little spin around and play you some music and speed it up so you can get a little bit of a better idea of what it looks like. And then we are going to meet you over in Bald Eagle Point. Right here on my right, pulling out of Legacy, there was a massive field with sheep grazing, and you can see where crop has been recently harvested, and it's absolutely amazing that you're just in this community, beautiful, beautiful community, and as you pull out, you're just surrounded by farm country, and you just know that everything you need is a couple minutes from here. And now we are heading what direction on Highway 44?
We are heading east.
East on Highway 44, and we're about to turn into a pocket community with beautiful, brand new, semi-custom and custom homes. This community is Bald Eagle Point. This is a beautiful semi-custom and custom brand new community with absolutely stunning homes. I have shot a couple videos where I have shown this community before it was farther along in the process. So I'm really excited that we're going to take you guys in here today and just do a very quick spin around in here. So something that is pretty cool about this community and other communities all throughout the Treasure Valley is that while they are sitting off of a highway or a really busy road, when they were excavating and getting ready to break ground on these houses, they pushed all of the extra dirt up to the highway and they created these berms where they covered them in landscaping. And what that does is it allows you to have a beautiful estate home with very quick access to the main road, but without all of the noise. So a lot of these homes do back up to that main highway, but you don't hear or feel like you are on a main highway. So you get to live in a beautiful community like this, very, very close on one side to the highway, and right here on the other side is actually the Boise River, and you can literally walk out your back door, take a little stroll down to the Boise River, and it's like the best of both worlds. Another thing I really like about this neighborhood is the road curves a little bit, and you'll notice when you're going through new construction, when there's not a lot of mature landscaping, sometimes you feel like the homes are stacked one on top of another, and other times you don't necessarily feel that way. It depends on how they curve the road. So there are some parts and stretches of this community where it's pretty straight and others where it curves around a little bit more, but every one of these homes looks totally different and they back up to these big, beautiful ponds. There's not a ton of amenities in this neighborhood like there are in some of the bigger master planned communities, but there is a community pool, there is those ponds. And
great
then like
view of the mountains, honestly, right here.
Amazing
you probably
view.
won't be able to see it in the video, but you can see the mountains. You know, Bogus Basin is the ski hill.
Yeah, and it's pretty far along. So if you were to purchase a home in here, you wouldn't have to deal with hearing the construction for too much longer, which is a con of buying new construction in some of these locations out here in the Treasure Valley. But there are plenty of garage options, a lot of variety as far as that goes. So if you're a person with toys, this community is beautiful. I just thought it was worth popping in here. It's literally right across the street from Legacy. So we're gonna do a real quick spin and play some music for you so you can see what this neighborhood looks like. And until the next time, be blessed.